what is up, Internet? This is Kyle with Slapshot Toys and Comics doing issue number 2 of the Slapshot Toys and Comics pool list. Now, this is our weekly video where we go through all the comics that are on my pool list, and I just do a quick, as spoiler-free possible as I can, reviews of them. So, with no further ado, let's get to the comics. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at Amazing Spider-Man number 12, and this is basically just a transition issue, between the Scorpio story arc and what's coming up next. Spider-Man learns that Mary Jane is now working for Tony Stark, which he's not too thrilled about, and he's also hosting a charity dinner to raise money for Parker Industries, which obviously, you know, someone's going to attack. And that leads Tony, who did come to this charity event, him and Spider-Man having to team up. And there's some really, really funny moments in this issue with those two kind of going back and forth. At one point, the villain even is kind of like, is this for real? But just a really, really fun kind of transition issue. I don't feel that really, other than the cliffhanger at the end, nothing's really going to stick a whole lot. But just, like I said, a really fun issue. Art's fantastic. I like Slot's run so far on this. So I definitely give this issue a 8 out of 10. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at Captain America Sam Wilson number 9. Now this does start directly after the events of the Avengers Standoff event Marvel just completed. And this book mainly deals with being in Sam Wilson's head as Steve Rogers has went back to his normal age and has reclaimed the mantle of Captain America. Steve and Sam have both agreed that they are both going to be Captain America. But this book basically deals like kind of almost like the self-doubt of Sam Wilson, whether or not is he doing the right things? Is he going to be able to live up to Steve with Steve being there? Is he just going to kind of take over? And so there's a little bit of insecurity in there with Sam during this book. And there's still obviously the government and a lot of the political or the opinion of the people have not really swayed a whole lot. So they're still very anti-Sam. So it's an interesting issue as far as kind of the psyche into Sam and just setting up Captain America going forward in both books. So overall, I think this was a really good issue. I give it a 7 out of 10. Nothing too crazy happens or anything like that. There's a little cliffhanger at the end, but really it's just setting up Captain America after going through the Avengers Standoff series. So now we're going to take a look at Invincible Iron Man number 9. And I gotta say, this was just a very, very okay issue. Tony's obviously still missing. He's been missing for about 4 weeks. The Stark Industry Board is starting to get a little bit restless. They kind of go after Friday, and she doesn't know where he is, so they're starting to kind of threaten legal action. Colonel Rhodes is still trying to find Tony. There's just seemed like a whole lot going on here. Not really. I mean, I know it's all connected, but it just was an issue of kind of showing where everybody's at with Tony missing. Tony was not in the issue. Iron Man wasn't in the issue at all. So it was just okay. I know this is just moving everything forward to the next couple issues. But overall, this was just a very mediocre book. I give this one probably a 5.5 out of 10. Not a whole lot happens. I'm not a huge fan of the art, and it could be that maybe because I'm really enjoying the International Iron Man right now. But this book just doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot for me. And it could also be because they're putting Iron Man in so many other books, like he's in the Amazing Spider-Man that I just reviewed, and a couple other things. So overall, this just wasn't that great of an issue. I'm hoping that this picks up a little bit before Civil War II. But yeah, this one just wasn't that great, and 5.5 out of 10. All right, next up we have Star Wars Poe Dameron number 2. Now this just continues Poe's quests that Princess Leia gave him to search for Lor San Taka. He's the gentleman that we see with Poe in the very beginning of The Force Awakens. So this is basically just the backstory of how those events transpire and who he is. Poe is found, basically went to his last known whereabout, found this mysterious race of humans that are living in a cave, basically worshiping and protecting an egg. The New Order has sent, I kind of think of him as like a British big game hunter from like African safaris. Kind of a really interesting character, but Agent Terex, who's basically almost like a bounty hunter and is hunting Poe. They both meet up at this basically shrine for this egg, and you can kind of guess kind of what happens. You know, he wants Poe. Poe's in hiding. They threaten the people, and it's kind of your typical setup for you know, cat and mouse type game. Overall, I'm actually really enjoying the series. I'm happy to see where it's going as far as how it ties into Force Awakens. So I really enjoy this. This issue, like I said, is more kind of the introduction of Terex, which is kind of a cool character. So, and I really like the art in this. And I'm a sucker for all the Star Wars stuff. So I would definitely give this one overall a 7.5 out of 10. All right, and lastly, we're going to take a look at our pick of the week. And this week it comes from Image Comics, and it is 3 Floyds Alpha King. Now, if you're not familiar, I am a huge craft beer fan. I absolutely love 3 Floyds. Everything from Gumball Head to Zombie Dust to Alpha King. Just about everything I've tried from them I've absolutely loved. And the second that they announced that they were doing an Image comic, I could not wait. And I've got to say, just reading this, I have no idea what I just read. There's a home brewer in Munster, gets killed by some demons who say, basically in a vat of his own homebrew that they say is phenomenal, and that there's an alternate dimension underneath our world, and basically they kill him in this vat and bring him to life in that world, and he is this basically Alpha King, this demonic slayer. I mean, it's extremely bloody. It's extremely weird. It makes me really want to read more, which is what a good comic should do. But I really have no idea where this is going. I really can't say I fully understood what was going on in this first issue, but I think that's kind of fun. I think, you know, after all the superhero stuff that's fairly predictable, this is just gory, unpredictable fun. So I really don't know how to give this a number rating just because it is so out there. All I got to say is if you're a fan of 3 Floyds, try to support them by picking this up, support Image. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it's weird, it's wacky, it's bloody, it's a good time. So I'm not going to give it a number, but this is my pick of the week. I thought it was a lot of fun and it's just crazy. All right, so that is all the comics for this week. I want to thank you guys so much for coming here and checking out these videos. If you guys did like these videos, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of these comics, if you picked up any of them this week. Especially let me know what you guys think if you guys picked up Alpha King, what you guys thought of it. Like I said, I'm a huge 3 Floyds fan. I really just thought the comic was weird and crazy and just kind of cool. So let me know what you guys thought about that. Any other comics you guys picked up that I didn't review, just let me know in the comments. I love to talk comics with you guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as I will be continuing to do a weekly video for the pool list as well as all my action figure reviews, and I do plan on having a free comic book day edition of the pool list up on Saturday, so make sure you guys don't miss that out by subscribing. I am actually on my way to see Civil War, and I cannot wait to see this movie, so hopefully it's everything everybody's hyping it up to be. I'm quite excited. So that is going to do it for me this evening, so I got to get out of here, so I will catch you guys later. See ya.